Hello everyone and welcome back to some more K-pop news. In today's video, I have news on how K-pop company named BELIFT has now filed a legal action against a fan of NewJeans. Also, I have news on how the police have finished investigating HYUK over his money fraud allegations, and also a whole lot of news like that as well. So with all that being said, let's get straight right to the video right now. Over this week, K-pop company has now filed a lawsuit against a fan of NewJeans for 100 million won in compensation because it said that the fan of NewJeans have been making defamatory posts about Islet, and they also said that the fan has been saying that Islet is copying NewJeans right now. And also they said that because of this fan has been making these types of comments and these types of posts about Island and about the company, that this has not caused a lot of reputational and business damage and harm to the company right now. And finally, BELIFT has not only said that they will not sue this K-pop fan of NewJeans who is a minor, but also their parents as well, citing responsibility for supervision for even allowing their kid to post these types of comments and these types of posts about Island and about their company as well. Now look, here's my thoughts about this news for here. First off, I'm so surprised to hear that BELIFT has now filed this lawsuit against this fan of NewJeans who said that Islet is copying NewJeans, and the reason is because all of us, I'm pretty sure, know at this point that what this fan of NewJeans said is true, because there is so much evidence out there, like I keep on saying, that Islet is copying NewJeans. So I feel like by BELIFT filing his lawsuit against this fan of NewJeans, I feel like this lawsuit is not going to be going anywhere, and I feel like that BELIFT is still going to be losing this lawsuit because there is no evidence to prove that Islet is not copying NewJeans, because like I said, there is so much evidence that Islet is copying NewJeans right now. Now, I have a big update for you about HYUK's money fraud allegations lawsuit case, because it was announced that the Seoul Southern District Court has now frozen HYUK's 156.8 billion worth of high stock shares because of his lawsuit case that he is in right now. And finally, the police have now finished their investigation into HYUK's money fraud allegations, and they have announced and said that they are deciding whether to request an arrest warrant for him right now. Now look, I feel like by the police wondering if they should get an arrest warrant for him means that most likely he is going to get arrested, and this means that most likely he is going to be sent to jail for what he has not done. And if that does happen, man, I'm going to be so happy about it right now, because throughout this entire lawsuit, I've been the only one saying that he needs to go to jail for what he has not done. And the fact that this might come true and the fact that this might happen, man, I'm so happy about that right now. For the next news that I have for you today, it was announced that the police have now raided Psy's office, vehicle, and they have now seized Psy's phone over the suspicion that he has now violated the Medical Act inside of Korea. Now look, for me, after I heard about this news come out, I was so scared for Psy, and the reason is because I looked up what happens if you break the stat, and it says that if you break the stat, then you have to pay a fine of 30 million Korean won or go to jail for 3 years. And so because that, I'm hoping that Psy is not found guilty of breaking the law, because for me, I do not want to see Psy go to jail at all. Now, I have a very sad news for you, because if you're a fan of IVE and if you want to give them any fan gifts, well, I have a bad news for you, because over this week, Starship Entertainment has announced that fans will no longer be able to give any fan gifts to IVE anymore. And the reason why Starship did this is because they say right here that this decision was made in the hopes that the gifts you send will cycle to places where they are needed more by the fans. So we ask for your generous understanding and cooperation. Now look, for me, I'm very sad to hear that fans of IVE had no longer sent fan gifts to IVE anymore, but I guess at the end of the day, at least Starship has not allowed these fans to send fan letters instead. But let me know down in the comment section down below. Are you also sad to hear that IVE fans had no longer sent fan gifts to IVE anymore or not? Next up, I have a very sad news for you because yesterday it was announced that a K-pop member named MINGYEOL has now officially left K-pop boy group named IDNTT after only being signed in the group for 4 months. And the reason why he left is because this past July he got caught up in a really big scandal against him, and a lot of big allegations came up against him, and so because that he has now decided to ultimately leave the group, and he has now decided to ultimately terminate his contract with both the group and with the company yesterday. I'm so sad to hear that he has not left the group yesterday, and I'm hoping that he does find out what he wants to do next, whether it is to join a new K-pop group or whether it is to find something else that he likes to do inside of Korea right now. For the final news that I have for you today, it was announced that next year in January of 2026 that the South Korean government is now reportedly pushing to make a huge K-pop concert inside China that is going to be having a bunch of really big groups from K-pop companies such as from HYUK, SM Entertainment, GIP Entertainment, and from YG Entertainment. I'm so happy about this because ever since I became a K-pop fan, I've never heard about a bunch of K-pop groups ever having a big concert like this, having a concert like this, like I said, inside of China at all. It's because that if this does happen, I'm going to be so happy about this, and if this does happen, I'm so excited to find out what groups are going to be performing inside of this concert next year in January of 2026. But thank you so much as always for watching my K-pop news video, and don't forget to like, comment, and to also subscribe down below for more K-pop news like this one. Anyways, that's it for today, and I will see y'all next time. Bye!